Hello. Alright, welcome to my Refugium. I originally was doing this video before and I started talking about my sump quite a bit. And I think the video got to about 15 minutes, so I think I'll just kind of chunk it down a little bit and talk about my Refugium here. Kind of whispering here, it's 4:30 in the morning. This is what happens when you work third shift. You do videos on your Refugium. So I'll just say this is the Pyramid System Ruby 36S sump. The Refugium is probably about 12 inches by, I think, 15. And you can see there's a little bubble trap here. It is a little bubbly in here because I took off my filter socks. Just because they're kind of a pain to change, to reach back there and and after washing, that's kind of one of the things. But there's not a whole lot of bubbles that kind of appeared since I took those off. So, and then again, water goes in here. It's in the Refugium that exits the end. Okay, maybe not. So when I was setting this up, I was thinking first, let's talk about lighting. What did I want to use? As far as clamping something on here, you can see there's this little bar going across here. Hopefully you can. I was thinking maybe I could reflect the light somewhere up there to make it a little brighter, but this little metal piece is it's a bracket for a ceiling fan, and I think it costs $10. It can kind of screw on here and it goes across. I had like a little junction box that slid across, but I took that out. I sort of wanted to keep the junction box at first, and I had like some nice looking pendant that kind of hung down and mount like a par 40 bulb, but I changed my mind. I really didn't want to wire anything up there, and but I still have this, to mount this little shop light. I originally put this shop light on, and I thought I'd use this just for a little bit and convert to a par 40 bulb. Because I don't know, I didn't want the reflector, I just wanted to have like a par 40 bulb. But this actually works really, really nice. Oops. This is an 8-inch shop light. I think it costs like $8. And it's clamped up here on the bar. Then I put like a little cable strap up there so it can't accidentally fall down into the water. And I can move it a little bit. I can change the angle however I want. So for the bulb, I went with it's a compact fluorescent bulb. It's a 65K bulb, a mini compact fluorescent bulb. So 65K, and I think two of them were like $10 at Lowe's or whatever. It doesn't really produce a whole lot of heat. It produces a little heat. My concern at first was my temperature probes are back here. I didn't know if it would kind of affect those, but I don't think so. It doesn't really produce much heat. Yeah, an LED would produce even less heat. With $40 for like a par 40 bulb, I don't think so. Or at least not now. I don't know. I guess it depends how long they last, and it's a preference, I guess. So, this is a Shadow right here. It's doing really freaking good. I have a little bit of Clerpa also, but there's just mats of this stuff. I trimmed it down recently, and but so like the corner, it was kind of like this solid mass in the corner. It was just so thick. I trimmed it down and gave some to someone. It seems like it's a little bit soft here, so I don't know if it's just getting too much light or what. I should probably trim that away, because I've been noticing you might be able to see over here, or maybe not. It's kind of like this slime on top of the water. I don't know if it was kind of like some of the plant matter was getting down there, or what. My other concern was this is Clerpa. It's rooted down. You can put it in the sand or whatever you're using for substrate, or you could have it really float, you know, it'll pick up nutrients from the water column. But this will go sexual on you if you keep your lights off. So I keep this on 24 hours, 7 days a week. And you know, so I don't know if this got kind of overshadowed by some of the Chaetomorpha, and it's made changes and made the water kind of slimy over there. I kind of doubt it, but it just, that slime over there just might be kind of like plant matter that has made it through this sponge. The sponge is very coarse. I'm gonna get some polyfilter, just cut like a strip and put it up there so I can just change that, you know, once a week or whatever. What's weird, you know, probably a good month ago I put a bunch of pods in here. A couple pods and amphipods, probably about 1,000, maybe a little bit more. And you really don't see them too much anymore. I don't know why. You know, maybe I felt like on the glass or something I can see them hanging around, or maybe they're in the sand or in the rocks, I don't know, but I really don't see so much. Who knows? But, so for substrate here, I use sand down there. You know, and I was kind of thinking for a while what I want to use. Someone at the LFS I go to recommends nothing, you know. He said, oh, you don't want detritus settling, you know, and add circulation, that kind of stuff. And for keto, you could use a turkey baster to blow things away. But, you know, I think the whole point of having a refugium is kind of, it's almost like having like a second tank, if you will. You know, just see what grows in there, you know. I know I have a couple small starfish in here. Not like brittle stars, I've seen them in here. And, you know, there's copepods and amphipods, but, you know, so just being able to, like, give them a substrate to kind of hang out, hide out. And I know there's a crab in here I got with a shipment of my copepods. I have no idea what kind of crab it was, so put it down here. I didn't want them to eat my corals or anything like that, but so, you know, you can house starfish or whatever down here. But so in any event, I use sand. You know, some people love the miracle mud or mineral mud or all that kind of stuff. But my whole thing, you know, it's a very rich, silty, muddy, organic, nutrient-rich substrate. So my whole point of having macroalgae in here is to eat up the nutrients. I don't want to add nutrients to my tank. So, you know, if the algae doesn't grow too well, you know, that might be a good thing. You know, maybe it's consumed most of everything. And my phosphates and nitrates are very under control, you know, really undetectable so far. You know, if I start having nitrate issues, you know, it might be something to explore, and I'll post a video telling I'm wrong, but, you know, it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what is the cause. But in any event, you know, I've had the tank up for about 6 weeks. It was, for the most part, cycled when I set it up anyways. You know, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know, I had a bunch of rock, probably about almost 100, no, a little over 100 pounds, you know, circulating in a container with, you know, other rock for a good 3 months or so. And the tank really didn't have a cycle. There was just a very small diatom bloom, very, very small, but my parameters have been great, so that's good. So in any event, you know, here's a Cato here. I have some rock in here, some rock rubble. Yeah, you know, there's not a whole lot of flow. It might be better, who knows, you know, maybe later on I will take the sand off and just add a rock rubble down there. But I think if you just have rock rubble, you know, what is my train of thought? I don't know. You know, I just like the idea of having sand. I'll just put it at that. So, you know, I guess my point is here too, or one of my, sorry, I'm distracted. You know, I have the the Callaripa here grows really well. And I have the Chaeto. You know, it probably might be a good thing to have one or the other. Because, you know, the Chaeto might kind of overshadow some of the Chaeto here. I'm sorry, the Callaripa. But if I had just Callaripa, you know, I could have it rooting, you know, and have some nice leaves hanging out, and it not be obstructed by the all this stuff here, this floating mass. Also, I guess if I did have the Callaripa, you know, it'd be a little bit easier to view, I guess, because this stuff only grows, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 inches high. I haven't figured it out yet. I almost don't want to get rid of my Chaeto, but I might. My other thing was, sorry, I'm just playing around here. As far as tangs are concerned, I have 2 in my quarantine tank. And I've thrown some of this in here and they haven't touched it yet, but you know, some people say tangs really love this stuff. The Callaripa, they just gobble the stuff down. So it'd be kind of cool to have like a little garden here where I could throw up my display and let them do their thing. I'm just kind of turning things around here, see if some pods kick up or if I see something kind of around. So yeah, that's really it with my Refugium here. I have some rock rubble, I said, probably about 3 inches of sand. Maybe not necessarily a deep sand bed, if you will, semi-deep, I don't know. Yeah, so that's it. But, you know, I guess my whole thing too, the 65K light, freaking awesome. This stuff just exploded with growth. You know, I wish I took some before bids of like what I had for algae. Probably about like 3 cups maybe. I had a picture, and you know, within a couple weeks, probably within about a week, it at least doubled in size. And I've trimmed this down twice already. Probably in about maybe about a 6-week period. And yeah, so that's it. That's my Refugium. And rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. That's it. Thanks for watching.